Hey guys, another thing about the table I left out. Once you finish doing everything I just stated in my videos, after you get the cup set up, the yoke set up, obviously you want to run it several times. One thing you want to do is take the crank the table on respotting as low as it can go to where the cups are as close to the pin as they go. If the cups are hitting, or if they seem really close, if you're not sure, just bounce it and look and make sure the cups aren't touching. If you see any cups that are actually noticeably touching the pin heads, what you want to do is loosen this nut. You want to lengthen the stop bolt as much as determining how much the cup is hitting the pin. So if it is hitting the pin a little bit, probably maybe like 1/8 of a turn or something, or maybe 1/4 of a turn is all that it should take to fix that. But when you do that, just take into note that that changes things now. So lengthening that stop bolt would be equivalent to the shortening the spot rod. So when you lengthen that stop bolt, shorten the spot rod. So say for instance, I lengthen this bolt 1/4 of a turn equals me shortening the spot rod 1/4 of a turn. Or say if the cups, when you go and run the machine and it's spotting pins, and it's spotting with a lot of toe, more toe than you need, and you want to get less toe, or the pins are just slightly back because you went a little bit back with the cups, and you want to get the cups a little bit further down, all you want to do is shorten the stop bolt. But now, if the cups are a tad back, you could get away with actually just lengthening the spot rod as many turns as. So if you shorten this bolt 1/4 of a turn, that results in lengthening this 1/4 of a turn. So it's vice versa. So just take note that those are the fine-tuning adjustments. You may have to play around with these adjustments a little bit once in a while. Every machine's a little different. So obviously when you're done doing everything I said with the cups and setting up the table, you want to go through and run it several times and make sure everything is good and working as it should. So you guys want to just make sure you take that into note about the stop bolt and spot rod. Just to let you know that I'm just stating now, these are all starting point adjustments. If you find a machine where the table is a little bit off and it's spot solid, and you feel that you could get away with shortening the spot rod a tad, or shortening this bolt a tad, or raising the nose or lowering the front a tad to make it run, and it runs like it should, spots fine, and all the parts and everything is in good condition, then do that. It's your preference. If that's my preference. If you want to go by and redo the adjustments and make it perfect, you can do that. I just want to let you know that don't feel that you have to do this every single time there is the slightest issue with a table, because these adjustments aren't always the case. This is just to get the table and the machine and everything where it needs to be if things weren't installed right to begin with, or things go out of whack and were never done right to begin with, or if you have to take the table out and remove it, or whatever, for whatever reason. But if you have a machine that's spotting good where it is, obviously, I personally would leave it alone. The fact of the matter is, it's knowing the key to the problem. As long as you know to find the root and the key to the problem, that is what matters, and not just making an adjustment or doing this. So by doing these, you may not have to do these adjustments. For all you know, your torque tube could be starting to break and causing everything to go out of whack. So, it's always, the main thing is finding the root of the problem. So I just wanted to state that to you guys. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to say that, and like I said, just make sure when you're done, you run the table several times, several times, spotting over and over and over again. Run it several times, keep an eye on it for a few days, and if everything looks good, then you're done. And if not, then, like I said, these little adjustments right here are what you play with. You have to remember how the things work. So I'm going to state this real quick. So say the cups, the pins are a little bit forward, and the table's perfectly level. Well, if you shorten the spot rod, just take note, it's actually going to lift the front of the table up a little bit. So what you may want to do is when that happens, just use the leveling rods to actually lower the front a little bit more, vice versa. So everything affects everything. That's how the adjustments with all this stuff works. Everything contributes to everything. So just take note of that when you do these adjustments. Yeah, so. And, yeah, that should be pretty much it. I think I got everything covered. Like I said, you know, it's hard to explain it. You know, I've done it so many times, I just do it. You know what I mean? So anyway, any questions, you know, message me, or anything I left out. Alright guys, once again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have fun.